forces.
All right, man. Sir. We're here at Barbercon with the homie Daniel.
Yes, sir. Oh, my bad. I'm over here tying my. This is not a good.
Hey, this is real. Hey, this is what we do on the show. This is how real it is.
No, no, that's perfect.
Stuff happens all the time.
I'm just saying, cuts in right as I'm fixing my pants. Like, hey. Did he just left?
Hey, so we're gonna do a live Q&A, kind of like we do on our podcast, man. You know, I'll hit you with the first Q&A question. What we do.
Okay.
You know what? How about this? Tell the people where you from. Tell them where you about. You know.
My name is Daniel. I am from. Well, I represent the city of Tempe. The name of the shop is Elite on Mill. It's right on Mill Avenue and 5th Street in downtown Tempe. So if you stayed in downtown Tempe, chances are you walked by it, seen it before. But that's where we're at. Fade or Die is the podcast. Fade or Die is the Instagram, TikTok, all that.
Yeah. So Daniel's crazy story is I actually met Daniel when I first started. He actually went to my barber school, man. You know what I mean?
Yep, Mr. Knox.
Met him, at Mr. Knox's spot. You know what I mean?
The other Mr. Knox.
The other Mr. Knox. Yeah.
Barber board Mr. Knox.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't know.
Yeah. You know, so we got some strong ties there. You know, we met before. You know, so I hit you with the Q&As. You know what I mean? This is how we do it on the show.
Sure.
You know, I ask everybody just be real, your humble, your most honest opinion, because that's really what matters. I think that's what people really want to see is honest opinions, especially from a barber's point of view. You know what I mean? One of the questions I asked my brother, you know, and I ask any barber is, you know, what motivates you as whether it's a person, whether as a barber or anything, what motivates you
to continue on barbering?
Anything.
Sure.
Anything.
What motivates me? Well, there's two things that for sure motivate me. I wake up in the morning, and that is being blessed. Just knowing that I'm blessed with this life by the Creator. You know, that motivates me. That's like, I know I'm blessed because I know these are all extra years that I got right here.
I say every morning's a blessing. Every morning's a blessing.
There's many times I shouldn't be this far. So literally waking up and just like, this is just all extra, so great, man. I really am blessed. Even the problems, they're not that bad. But number one, that motivates me. So, you know, the Lord, the risen Savior.
Yeah.
And also my children, man.
Yeah.
My children, just love them for sure.
Yeah. That's for me. That's always gonna be my number one motivation. My kids, they push me to be a better person every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I learn from them so much. Just love being around their family, they're me. Their moms. I love them. So I would definitely say those are for just general motivation, it's those two. Now, if you're talking about like barbering, when it comes to barbering, I mean, okay, so you got those, but I also got other motivations too. I know barbering for me, it's like a not just a job. It's been like my platform or almost like my pulpit. I feel like of interacting with people and helping people's lives to be better. You know, and just giving my positivity to help people's lives. It's been my way to do that, my conduit to do that, and I can get paid doing it. But I truly love really helping these people. It's fucking dope. You know,
I think that's for me too. It's the same thing as I look at it like everyone's always looking for what's your purpose in life. You know what I mean? And for me, I feel like that's kind of my purpose is I bring these barbers in, you teach them, you show them the ropes, you show them how it should be. And I feel like that's kind of our purpose, you know what I mean? Especially as leaders, as owners, is to lead. Because, you know, I don't know how many shops you work at. You know, I've been to Elite, you know, and I've seen how you run. It's an amazing shop.
Thank you,
and then I've worked in shops that weren't so good, but you learn a lot from a lot of those shops, you know what I mean? And I think that me teaching guys that is always going to be beneficial to any barber, you know what I mean? Teaching them the stuff, you know, and that's why me and my brother, well, he'll be here later. I'll introduce you to my brother, Jug, man. But that's why we started, because most of the people need to see the real side of our industry, because they just see us cutting hair. They see this and the dudes, I have this $150 haircuts. It's not about that, you know what I mean? It's more about, for me, it's always going to be teaching a barber how they can reach a higher potential. I want every barber in my shop to be above me, you know what I mean? And surpass me. And if they stay with my team, amazing, because that's all I want. And if they grow to be something different, they grow, be amazing. You know what I mean? That's what your purpose is to be something more than what you are at the moment. You know what I mean?
I know I don't disagree with you at all on that, man. I feel I really enjoy myself with barbering. Like, I like so many aspects of it. I like the money part. I like the fact that it's such a deep the industry, you know,
Yeah.
you got people that are coming together
Oh,
with,
yeah.
like from the side of teaching or from the the merch side. You
Yeah.
know,
There's
or
so many different
content.
aspects. Yeah.
And I like exploring all those aspects. You know, getting 100. I love to. Nothing wrong with a good $200,
Oh yeah.
$150
Oh, yeah.
haircut.
Here we are with Wendy from
Blurred lines.
Blurred Lines. So the question is, Wendy, would you have 100 more years of life or $100,000? And
100
why?
more years of life, 1,000%, because I want to keep living, I want to keep enjoying life, I want to keep making memories, helping people, impacting people, helping myself, helping my family, hanging out. Like,
Yeah.
life's cool. You gotta
that-
enjoy it.
That's my answer.
You know, have fun every day. Have fun and get shit done, baby.
Okay, so the
Keep
question is
going.
this. You get to live 100 years or 100,000. Which one you going for?
100 extra years?
No.
Just
You get to live to
live
100,
to 100.
or somebody came to you today and said,
Yeah.
you get to live to 100
Or
or
100,000.
100,000. What you take?
Live to 100.
Yeah. Why?
You can make money. Like I've figured out. I'm still figuring it out, but like I'm not rich by any means, but I've set myself up decent. 100 is nice, but it wouldn't like greatly. I wouldn't pay my house off.
Right.
It's not gonna really change anything
Right.
too crazy. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like this show, I've been hurt. My back is in bad shape.
Right.
So if I know I'm be good to 100, that's a value right
That's
there.
dope.
Yeah.
And good luck. The reason why I always ask people that is like a lot of cats will take the money, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
To get into an accident and be gone,
No.
and now you can't do nothing.
Yeah, no.
Everybody's spending your money.
I want the time for.
That's dope. So
My
look,
boy Dre
Sir.
from Bugs and Maine.
Bug and Maine, baby. Yes, sir. Yes,
You know
sir.
what I mean? So the question is, I'm asking everybody today, would you rather have $100,000 or 100 more years of life? And why?
Man, that's a tough question, my guy. That's a tough question. But look. I'm going to take the 100 more years of life. I feel like with 100 more years of life, the wisdom I have now, I'll be able to turn that into 100,000 and 100x that.
Yeah.
Right?
Time.
But that 100 more years of life gives me more time with my family, my kids.
Yep.
You know, it gives me more time to prepare them for the world.
Yep.
You know, 100,000, everybody thinks 100,000 is a lot of money.
Yeah. It's not
But
a
it's
lot of
not.
money.
It's not, man.
And if you don't have 100,000, don't worry. It might seem like a lot of money, but when you get it,
Yes. Well, listen, when you get it and you never had it, you're gonna buy everything you never had.
Yep.
You're gonna do things you've never been able to do, and now the money's gone.
Money's gone
right?
that quick. Yep.
You know, if you've had it before, you might have more of an investment mentality.
Yep.
Right. But yeah, the 100 more years of life, I think I can impact more people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think life is underappreciated
Yeah.
with the years you do have, because we're not really guaranteed more than 80. You know, so
like
to
I
get
tell people
100
all the
more.
time, we're getting closer and closer to death every day. People don't
Every day.
understand that.
Every day.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And that's why a lot of people don't understand. Like, a lot of people say, I'll die for this, I'll die for that.
Yeah.
What are you living for? Though?
There you go.
What are you living for? Me,
Absolutely.
100 more years makes more sense.
Man.
You know what I mean? Because I'm living for my family.
Yes.
I want 100 more years to show,
Yes.
like you say, teach my kids a little more. Teach them
Absolutely.
more about investing. Teach them more about
Absolutely.
this or that, so they can become better people
Bro,
when they have kids. They can teach their
If you've
kids.
never had 100,000, you'll go through it in 3 months,
Yeah.
6 months.
Hey, maybe a month.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know what? You might pay your rent up for a year, and
Yeah.
you might buy a car,
Yeah.
right? You know, you really can't even buy a house with that in today's market.
Yeah, today's market.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, easily 100 more years, man. Give me 100 more years, man. That's a great ass question.
100 more years.
I mean, you know, if you put it in my face and you was like,
Hey,
100,000, 100 years, you know, you would almost regret not taking the 100,000 up front if it was in cash in your face.
Yeah.
But if you knew you had 100 more years of life, you could almost lock in
Yep.
and take advantage of the 100 years.
Yeah, you
so
take advantage of the 100
I
years.
appreciate that question, man, because that really gets your mind turning, right?
And I appreciate the answer, brother.
Yeah, hey, bro, I appreciate
Thank you.
you, man.
Thank you, man.
You know, True Blends, baby. That's my guy.
Thank you, baby. The man, the myth, the legend himself, Vince Basio.
How you doing, guys?
I've been looking at this guy for a while, watching his content. He's an amazing content creator, amazing person. He's got a great brand, 245 brand. And I've been going around asking people this question. Okay. Would you rather have $100,000 or 100 more years of life? Oh, that's not even a question. Like more life, right? More life. You can't honestly, guys. Look, there comes a time in your life, 100 grand is nothing. Not saying like it's not valuable, but like is nothing in comparison to the things that truly matter.
Yeah.
Right. And that time,
You can't get it back.
replace.
You can't get time back.
I would say the time, the experiences. If I had the wisdom that I had now, and I had another 100 years to live,
Imagine.
oh, the life that I would make sure I had, man. Yeah, absolutely.
That's why I always say 100 years. You know, and the reason we ask this is because, like, there's so many people in their life, in their journey right now. To some people, that 100K is everything to them.
Yeah.
But like I try to tell people, 100K, like you say, you can get it. There's so many ways you can get it. Earn the 100K. Earn it, because when you earn the 100K, it's going to be more valuable.
Brother, 100 million, I'm taking 100 years.
So, yeah.
100 billion, I'm taking 100 years.
100 years.
You know what I
Sure.
mean? Like, it's,
All day.
Yeah.
You can spend it more with your family, with your friend. You can build this brand bigger. Imagine
if
100
you
years.
if you value time as much as you should, guys, money won't be an issue.
Yeah.
If you value time more than money, you will have no problem getting money. It comes around.
Yep.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Great question. Thank you for doing this.
Yeah, no doubt. Introduce yourself,
Thank
man.
you.
Man, Angel Ross, man, right here with the Anderson Timber Company, bro. Right here, Barbercon, Phoenix.
Phoenix, man. So the question I'm going around asking everybody: would you rather have $100,000 or 100 more years of life, and why?
So if I got the 100,000, can I rebuttal with a question?
No, you can't.
If I got the 100,000, how much life do I get?
Let's see. I see. No one's. I love the rebuttal.
There's questions to be asked.
So let's say you had a month left and 100,000. Would you take the
I'm gonna
100,000?
take the 100 years, but I got kids that I want to spend time with, and time is not worth 100,000.
It's not.
So I'm gonna take my time
Yeah. You see, and
because I'm gonna find a way to make 100,000.
find a way to make 100,000. See, that's what I tell people is like, and it just shows you there's so many people in different phases in their life right now. Because some people would take the 100,000 in a heartbeat because they think it's going to be life changing.
Nah, but this is my thing. I can't make time with the 100,000, but I can make 100,000 with my time.
One more time.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the time off.
The motivation.
Oh, it's time motivation.
Simple enough to me.
What would you rather have? $1 million or more time? Or 100 years? 100 years or $1 million?
100 years or $1 million.
I know 100 years is a long time, though, too.
I know. I'm gonna say $1 million, bro.
Say million?
I mean, I feel like death ain't a bad thing. I'm cool with dying. I'm not trying to die. Don't get it twisted. It's not like a dark. I'm not like
Yeah,
president.
yeah.
I do wear a lot of black, so this ain't a sign. I swear. No, but right. No. I would say $1 million because I can flip that $1 million
Oh,
1,000 ways, and you know I still got a lot of life right now. You know, do I need 100 years? I might can make 100 years later on with that $1 million.
Hey,
you know,
hey,
I don't know if I want to stick around for
My high
100
level
years.
income, I should be able to.
I know a lot of people that are older that are around for 100 and something years, and like they're still kind of lonely because they don't have people that they grew up with to fill them on their level. You know, like everybody that they grew up with is gone.
Yeah.
You know, so
And see, I think, like I would say, for me, I'm always gonna say like the time. I'd have the more time, and it's crazy because we started. The question came from we were talking about. It started with, hey, what would you do for 100,000?
Oh.
You know what I mean? That's how the question came about.
Okay.
You know, because a lot of people will sell their soul for 100,000.
cool, man.
Hey, and we that's why we said $1 million, because I think $1 million. That's what people will change it. Would you rather have $1 million or would you have 100 years? Because 100,000. Now let's say that. Would you rather have 100,000 or 100 years?
100,000? No, now we're going down. Oh man, the thing is when you say 100 years,
to 100.
the thing is when you say 100 years, bro, it kind of comes across as a sentence.
Yeah.
My convicted ass hears a sentence every time you say this. So I'm like, I'll take the 100K.
Hey, see, I'm gonna take 100K every time.
right. No, but I feel you because time is valuable.
Time is valuable.
It's
You know
one
what
thing
I
you don't get back. You want to be with your family. I don't know how it's gonna be in the next 100 years. It's just,
Hey, and that's the hardest thing you think about. Like in
I'm trying
100
to live
years,
life like I might die
where's
today.
the world gonna be? But then I look at the barber culture in general. In 100 years, imagine where we're gonna be, because just see, I met you 10 years ago when I was in barber school, and looking at 10 years to span every show that's out now. When we were doing this, you were the only one in Arizona throwing the show.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's the crazy thing.
Man,
Is the Blade Brown. Hey,
The unfadable
see, people
Blade Brown.
don't realize. You know what I mean? Hey, you've been doing it for a while, but nobody was doing that out here. And then now look at where we're at. We're Barbercon in Arizona
The
now.
Barbercon, bro.
And you got so many. We got the AZ Barber Expo. We got the homies Beam City doing his in December.
Yes, I know he's here. I gotta find
you know what I mean?
Sheen the
Sheen,
Beam.
yeah, you know what I mean? So you got so many people, you know what I mean, doing these expos. The industry's getting bigger in 100 years. Imagine where we're gonna be at.
Oh man,
You know what's crazy? I don't know if you've seen that robot.
In the flesh.
In the flesh.
In the flesh.
So the question is, would you rather have $100,000 or 100 more years of life, and why?
I'll take 100 more years of life because it'll allow me to see my legacy as far as my children. I would love the opportunity to see my kids become parents and become grandparents and see what the offspring is. Because I feel like you don't know if you're a good parent until you see your child become a parent and see how they raise their children. So I pray that God allows me the blessing to see my kids eventually grow and become parents. Bro, I make over 100 grand a year already.
Easy.
So 100 years,
100 years.
run that shit.
Hey, run it.
Run
I'll
that.
take 100.
I want to be Pop. You feel me?
I want to be great grandpa.
You feel me? That's what I'm trying to be, man. So I'm taking that 100 years, dog.
I appreciate that.
Already.
That's where I'm at.
What's the
and the reason you asked though,
what's the one thing personally that you feel that a lot of old and young barbers lack?
I think a lot of advice I give to everybody, I think we all are always waiting for the right time to start interviewing people, start making content, start cutting hair. I think in general we all worry too much about like waiting for the right time, having the right things. And I think I've done enough now to realize in a lot of ways, if I had started immediately, which I do now, I would be in a much different place.
I agree.
And so I think young, old, we all do it in everything that we do.
Right.
We just question things and overthink things. So I think that's something I'm learning the older I get. Everything's always all right, and some things don't work out like you wanted, some do.
Right.
But the longer you take to damn find out, you just wasting time.
Oh, that's and the reason why I even asked that question is because I did music, I've done a production, I've done right? But I always like barbering better, right? And I feel like the money and things that I gathered from doing those things, if I would have did it with barbering and had the knowledge from that stuff, like you said, you gotta take that step. So I'm glad you said that because we always talk about that.
Yeah.
Yo, it's your boy Sean from Tone 45. Hey, it's your boy Jib the Barber, True Blends Barbershop Podcast.
100 years.
Barbercon. We here.
Thank you, brother. It's crazy. I don't know if you've seen that robot. They be trying to say cut hair. It ain't gonna happen.
No,
it's impossible.
No, that's a good point. That's a good point. I've been thinking, not to cut you off, but that's like I've been thinking about that, and I'm sure a lot of barbers have with the way AI is coming in. Like, how does AI affect our barber community or barber industry? Because it has some place, you know, but like we don't ever have to worry about it.
Yeah,
doctors got to worry about it before we got to worry about it. You ain't going.
They're not gonna make a robot to cut hair when they can make a robot that's gonna do surgery.
Maybe when the robots are good enough to pass for human, then you might.
Yeah.
You might. But still, people are gonna have that trust issue because you just trust a human more. you know.
In that conversation.
Yeah, in the conversation.
Yeah, in the conversation too.
The real conversation that you can have with the barber, you know what I mean?
The other one will just be like recording you.
Yeah.
Barbershops, every barbershop you walk into.
Every barbershop is different. Every shop, and
nobody's letting a robot have a razor.
Nah,
Man, those robots will schedule the entire world shave on the same time.
The
whole world.
Death by robot.
Death by robot.
Exactly.
That's it. Industry goes down.
You know what I mean?
But that's what I say. You know, and it's crazy to think. You know, what a person would do. Would you rather have 100? Like you say, hey, I could flip a mill.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's crazy. Like I tell you, I was out in New York, and a lot of them guys, I'd rather have 100,000. The crazy is a guy. First day we were there on the street, he was talking about would I rather have. Would you rather have more time or more money? And I told him my point of view, which is always gonna be the same, more time. And he's like, I'd rather have more money. I'd rather have $1 million on me right now.
Yeah.
And then I said, if you had $1 million on you right now and you drop dead, you know what would happen? Everybody's running your pockets right now. You ain't got nothing. They're gonna lay you to rest with nothing. You know what I mean? Because that's the world we live in. You know what I mean? That's the world we live in.
Yeah.
But I would hope people would be good to the man. Realistically, it's not gonna happen because when people die, hey, they break that 100 million down, however they do it, you know.
Right. No, you know, when you put it like that, the 100 years, because you know, the thing that's beautiful about the 100 years, I didn't balance out, I didn't think about, is that you know that okay, I got 100 years, like I ain't dying for this 100 years.
Yeah.
Right? Is it that is like an invincible 100 years?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So I got 100 years to keep on trying to get rich.
Keep trying.
Too, so,
keep trying. Yep.
You know, so I feel you. I could probably run through a million a lot faster.
Oh yeah.
I could probably run through a million.
And you know it's crazy because you can't even retire with $1 million right now. So
that's one good year.
Yeah, that's one good year.
One good year,
and you're gonna ball out for a half a year and then realize I got 100K left.
Oh man, you can spend the rest of your life getting out of that debt.
Yeah, man. Well, hey, it was great seeing you again,
man. Appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Hey, doing this. You know what I mean? And we'll put it out. I'm gonna hit
True
you
Blends and Fade or Die.
Fade or Die. Yeah.
And come check out the podcast, man. Check out my man's Barbershop, Gene. Appreciate you for having me on, my guy.
It's a blessing. Peace.